The Justin Robert Young podcast is brought to you, as always, by patreon.com/JuRY. It's where you get this show. It's also where you get all the politics episodes. You want to know what? Here's the deal, guys. This is the best deal on the internet. Look at that derp face. Holy smokes, for everybody watching the video. We have 4 hours of content for you, and how much does it cost you? Free. If you want it to be free, then it's free, man. If you want to pay a little bit for it, then that's fine too. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Is that Christina Aguilera? I don't know. Why don't you tell me when you become a Patreon at patreon.com/JuRY. But enough talking about how we pay for the show. What do you say we actually do the show?
Said, I know it's ugly, and I said, girl, ugly ain't the half, look at you. Well, you got blue teeth, and you only got 2 teeth, but I kinda like to see you smile. And it appears that over the years you've turned into a big old steaming pile. And she said, yeah, I know I ain't no supermodel. I said, you ain't a hand model, baby. But that's fine, 'cause you're pretty ugly by most people's standards, but you're alright by mine.
Oh, holy smokes, everybody. Welcome to the Justin Robert Young podcast. We also call it the JuRY podcast, but today, it's not just the JuRY podcast. No, I give you more. On this episode. This is a episode that we periodically like to do. I will not confirm or deny that it is times when I am out of time to prepare material, and I really just want an easy episode. Like, why are you going to marry somebody who's also into new media if you can't every once in a while bang out an easy episode just by talking to them? Right?
Yeah,
this is my wife. My wife,
hi.
Ashley Paramore.
Hello.
I just
Hello
realized
there,
I didn't
friends.
introduce you.
Yeah, hi.
I was just looking at you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to give you more. We used to do a show called the JuRY More Show.
This is like
You're the more in JuRY
extended-
More.
I am
Ashley
the more.
Paramore. Yeah.
More.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
We had a little party last
day.
night. Yeah.
We were drinking.
We
till,
were
like,
drinking.
We were drank till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
2
It
in
wasn't
the
that
morning.
late.
Yeah, that's late for me now.
It was very late for
I'm
us.
like, I feel like I'm old and busted now, guys. I just can't even anymore.
What is a thing? Is going to bed at a certain time like the most that you feel like you're old and busted?
Yes. That's what it is.
But that's not
Like-
even like you need to go to bed at a certain time. Like, you want to go to bed because you want to get up early to like do things.
Yeah.
Like, you're just being more responsible.
I suppose.
There are 6th graders right now who are like, I need to get up at blank amount of time because that's how I want to live my life, that they got to go to bed at a certain time. Like, they just have a healthier relationship with sleep.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't trust it?
I
You
don't
don't trust
trust it.
them?
I don't trust them.
You don't trust those
us.
6th graders?
No. They're in the 6th
You've
grade.
known-
Come on, be real.
That there's a 6th grader right now who has or is like, I got to get to bed by 10. I don't stay up late. I'll bet you there are people in life who just never find staying up late appealing. Do you not think
I
that
don't
that's
trust
true?
them. I don't trust
Or
them.
you just don't trust them?
I don't trust them, no.
Why not?
Because why?
Because we're
there's
here
so
now.
Many things
We're
to
here
do.
now. Why would you not trust them when we've come to the exact same conclusion?
I don't know. It feels like the wrong idea, but man, I'm just feeling like I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin if I'm not in bed by like 10 p.m.
Yeah. We're probably going to be in bed by 10 p.m. tonight.
No, you know what's gonna happen?
What?
Is we're
We're
gonna
gonna
be
walk
like,
right
we're gonna,
outta
no,
here.
we're gonna watch another episode of The Americans, and then we're gonna be like, it's like 9:45. Like, we can do one more in there.
One more.
We can do one more episode. Just one more. We're
we
good.
are fully into the Portlandia sketch.
Oh, we
of,
are.
Of
That's-
one more episode.
It's so bad, you guys.
This
every
is going to
night.
end with us kidnapping Kerry Russell and making her do more episodes in
Yeah.
our living room.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
Great.
married now.
for real?
The actors, yeah.
For real?
Uh-huh.
I guess if you spend that much time naked together.
They bang a lot on the show.
Well, I mean,
We're going to talk a lot about The Americans. We're going to try and not make it super spoilery. But if you are unfamiliar with the concept of the show, this is not something that develops. You are dropped into the world where two KGB spies have been living in America as a married couple and have had kids. And we join our protagonists, 20 years into their mission here in America?
yeah. I think it's around there. Maybe a little longer, but
And so they've got 2 kids, and they're living a fairly boring, suburban DC area lifestyle
as travel agents.
as travel agents, while really being KGB super spies.
Mm-hmm.
It is certainly not as pulpy as, let's say, Alias or something like that, but is pretty good. It's got its ups and downs. I think we've enjoyed certain seasons more than other seasons.
Yeah.
Why do you like the show? Because I feel like we're both really into it. What elements of the show do you like the best?
I'm not even quite sure. Like, it's just it plays into so much of America because you got bad guy Russia. And I feel like in every movie, it's like always Russia.
Well,
The
yeah.
Russians are always the bad guys.
I
If
mean-
they're not Middle Easterners, but
We went
You
away
know?
from that, though.
yeah.
Because in the 90s, it was all Middle Easterners, and then there was actual terrorism with Middle
Yeah.
Easterners, and then it's like, all right, back to Russians, whatever. We could just have them be, before it was like I am from Soviet Union, and you Americans will be crushed, right? And then it became Arabic, and then after the Cold War, where we couldn't do Arab bad guys anymore, then I guess they weren't even necessarily Russia. They were from Prague or something, but they
Yeah.
were part of some global conspiracy. That's the go-to stock crappy action villain.
Yeah. Though, that said,
You Americans are so bad. That's a bad. You're so terrible. You sit with your. They always have metaphors. You ever notice those guys, bad guys, like
like what? Give me, spit one
you
at me.
sit at the big table. Now it's a little French. You sit at your table and you eat your steak when really it is ash in the mouth of the rest of the world.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of metaphors,
Yeah.
right? But one day, America, your fork will lodge in your throat, and I am that fork. And he's pointing at the main character's face while he's tied up or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a stock European bad guy.
Though we don't really have that in this.
No.
they're-
Nobody's really the bad guy.
I mean,
Easily the worst people on the show are the protagonists.
yeah.
If you just
Objectively speaking.
just counting the deeds.
yeah.
It's very much did
Can
you ever
we-
watch The Sopranos?
No.
The Sopranos is very much like this in that you rooted for people that were objectionably terrible.
Yeah.
They were mob bosses, and you were hoping that their secret got kept. It is very much like Breaking Bad meets The Sopranos.
Yeah. I like cheering for the bad guy. I find that really fun.
Yeah,
I find that
the
really fun.
anti-hero.
Yeah. I do. Even though I shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun. I mean, because these guys are very, very likable, especially in the scenario that we meet them.
Yeah.
We meet them as, husband and wife, father to 2 kids. The kids are going through very specific stages of adolescence. One is a preteen becoming a teen. The other is in her mid-teens and
15.
is going through all that goes along with that. So they're always very, 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 very relatable. It's just obviously they've got this double life, and that's what we are worrying. Like, okay, are they going to get caught, or is this going to happen? What's going to be wrapped around it? Are you an 80s person? Are you somebody that like loves 80s stuff?
I mean, I was made in the 80s, but
Made in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. What song do you think your parents were listening to when they banged To Have You?
If I knew anything about what songs came out in what
In
era,
the 80s?
like, I
Can
would
you call
be
your
able-
dad? Do you want to text your dad real quick?
he's probably asleep. I'm not gonna ask him that.
Gosh darn it. I
Nice
almost had
try.
you. I almost had you. I almost bindled an embarrassing text to your dad, Addie.
Yeah. Are you an 80s person? Oh,
so
Lord.
you don't have like, well, because we also actually no, I do know for a fact that you're not, because we watched Stranger Things and you were almost frustrated with how
I was
reverential
so annoyed with that show in
to
the
the 80s it
first
was.
few episodes. I was super annoyed with that show.
What annoyed you?
Um,
Because if you don't
Campy's
remember,
not the word.
I'll start prompting you.
campy's not the word, but I was really upset, like, with how it was, like, obviously such a very high quality shot overall, but then all of a sudden it was just like very stereotypical annoying dialogue.
Tropey.
Tropey, thank you.
I think
That's the word.
that's what you're looking for.
Yes.
Because there are a
hated
lot
that.
of tropes. Like all the kids are like very Spielbergian,
Yep.
E.T. kind of kids that are like
The parents are stereotypical parents.
the parents are clueless but well-meaning, but they're like kind of like Charlie Brown voice, like wah, 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 while all the
Yeah.
kids kind of just do whatever they want. And then of course, I think what really drove you up the wall though was all the high school stuff.
That too.
All the like
That was all super annoying too.
all the like oh, I don't know, maybe Steve likes me.
Yeah.
Like and Steve being like, hey man, whatever, you know, we're in a high school show, so I'm pretty cool. You want a piece of gum? And then he skateboards
Also
away.
my dick.
Yeah, well no, he doesn't say that,
Well,
right?
he
Because
doesn't
it's an
say that
80s
because-
thing.
yeah.
If it was a 90s movie, then there would be all right. If it was the 90s movie, because the genre had
If
evolved.
Stranger Things were a 90s movie, which 90s movie would it be?
Oh man, I would love.
I'll give you. I'll bet I haven't seen it, but like, go ahead.
Oh well, I mean, I don't know if it would be a 90s movie, what it would be. I do know that I could wish that it were like, you know, something about Mary or American Pie or something like that, like something very stereotypical of that era. But I guess that's the one thing that we didn't get is like, because so much of the Stranger Things plot centered around the kids, the littler kids, that we didn't get all the. Well, I guess we did get all the high school stuff, because I was gonna say there was no like fart smelling super obscene best friend, but there was definitely a fart smelling super obscene best friend.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of fart smelling in here right now, guys.
I'm farting a lot.
It's really bad.
I don't know if did we mention this on
No,
air?
not while we. No, we didn't.
I don't know what's happening.
You smell terrible.
I do. That's a fact.
I want to like just
This
light
is
a
a
match.
testament to our marriage that you are in the studio with me recording this, because it smells bad.
It's
On
like,
a scale from
really
what? So just
terrible.
to give everybody a sense of how bad it smells. It's a scale of 0 to 10. 0
Yeah.
being the best, like a fresh Irish breeze,
Uh-huh.
right?
And
And
what's
10
10?
being the worst dump in hell.
Okay.
So it's constantly burning, and there's rotting flesh, and they're burning trash, and also some of the trash is flesh. Like what is it?
I mean,
in
your
this room
average
right
is
now?
probably about 6, right? Like you just have naturally bad farts.
Yeah, there's a royal.
so
the
I
the
would
C's
say-
are a roiling.
I would
sometimes.
say like a 9.7.
Wow, so it's
It's
that bad
pretty
right now.
bad.
Like even it's exceptional for me.
Yeah. I mean, on the low end, like I would with the margin of error.
Yeah.
It's between like 8.7 and 9.7. So I would give it like that range. It's pretty bad.
I feel like
I
if
just
you
only hope
weren't
that I
more of
can-
a sturdy person, like you are in general, I think it is your rugged Midwestern values that you're not very prissy about stuff. I feel like if I had married somebody prissier, my farts would just be a no-go. At some point, like I'd fart really bad, and a
And you'd
prissier
move
person
back-
would just write me off.
And you've moved back into the Everglades, into your swamp, and just
Do
live
you think that
alone.
my farts has something to do with the fact that I was raised near the Everglades?
I mean, maybe. The Everglades smell like shit, too.
They do.
They really do, guys.
This is bringing up a whole new corridor of possibility.
I think we've stumbled upon something
Here, I thought it was a combination of my body chemistry and my diet.
Yeah.
But really, I was creating in my stomach an ecosystem for the Everglades.
No.
And
abort,
sometimes-
abort.
I farted again.
Oh my God, no.
You're going to see
Yeah,
it
turn on
in
the
real
fan.
time. In real time, how
Shit,
bad
it's not
this
plugged
is.
in.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where is it now? Scale of 1 to 10. She's leaving the studio, you guys.
I'm gonna hang
She's
over
walking
here.
away. She's walking into the kitchen.
I'm gonna hang over in the kitchen. It's wafting over here.
I really wish that I could capture your camera on the kitchen set so you could just talk to me from the other set.
There's that other mic in there.
There is. Well, you have a mic. You got room
I
on
know.
that mic.
I'm gonna stand here till it clears out.
Let's get back to the American. So you're
Okay.
not an 80s file, so a lot of the 80s stuff, which is certainly pervasive but subtle, that's not an appeal to you. That like every once in a while they play like a really cool 80s song or something like that.
No, I mean, I there are 80s songs that, again, I'm like bad at pinning for era, but like there are
Yeah.
popular songs like I dig. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, man.
Is there one that you could like at the top of your head that you could think of? It's like a cool 80s song.
No,
Could you like hum it?
no, I couldn't.
Why not?
Because I don't know like what came out in the 80s. I'm so
Take
you
a
know,
guess. Take
you
a
know
guess.
how bad I am at pop culture.
Yeah, I do.
And pinning things like this. So, I mean, am I correct to guess that the music from Guardians was 80s?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Well, yeah. A lot of it was 70s rock, like late
damn
70s
it.
rock. though.
Okay.
Because anything that was like rock, that's 70s. 80s is the rock was either hair metal, right?
So like Crazy Train.
Crazy
like
Train. Ozzy was like, he continued to be very famous in the 80s.
Damn it.
But he was like, Iron Maiden was in the 70s. Keep naming, mate. Do you not know anything from the 80s? Are we revealing something right now?
I think
that
it's
you
very
don't know any
hard-
pop culture from the 80s?
I don't know any. You could throw shit at me from the 90s, and I'm probably not going to get a lot of it.
Spice Girls.
Oh yeah, there's them.
Yeah. You know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
used
Spice
to like
Girls.
them.
It was you were alive during the 90s. So you
Yeah,
have your
I
own
was.
memories, right?
Yeah.
Like, by the time that you were like making memories, the 80s were over.
Yeah.
So
They're boring anyway, I'm sure.
but it's funny that you remember 70s things and not 80s things.
I don't. Man, look.
Take another guess. Take another guess
Oh
of
my
an
God, this is
80s
so
artist.
cruel.
It's not cruel.
No, this
it's
is
not
cruel and
cruel.
unusual punishment.
It's cool. It's a
No,
cool
it's
bit
not.
called Does Ashley Have a Mental Disorder where she's blocked out the 80s?
Did Star Wars come out in the 80s?
One of them did.
Okay. So Star Wars music.
But the first one,
that
Star
count?
Wars music, really? The opening fanfare for Star Wars is the only 80s song
I
you
mean,
can
it
think
might
of.
be.
No, that originally came out in 1977.
God damn it.
Now, if you were like, like the theme to Jabba's Palace, that came out in the 80s, right? But they're like, bah, 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 bah. That was 77.
Christ.
Star Wars music is the only 80s song you can think of.
I don't know. Hammer Time? Is that 80s?
That's 90s. That's like so early 90s. You don't have any
just-
recollection of pop music in the 80s. Your Twitter feed is going
Oh
to
my
be
God,
nothing but
no.
80s songs for the rest of the week.
Take On Me?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I only learned of that because of the parody that was done. The parody.
What was the parody?
The literal music videos parodies.
Oh, yeah, where they're like, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. See, I got one.
You got one.
I got one.
All right,
Yes,
Can
nailed
you
it.
do 3? Can you get to 3?
No.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
So far you've guessed 3 songs. The Star Wars song, Hammer Time, which isn't even You Can't Touch This, which is the name of the song. And Take On Me. You are 1 for 3. You have 2 more two more guesses. Can you get to 3?
Let's see. All the music. Was Tom Petty 80s?
What song?
Shit! Why do you do this to me?
What song?
I
Because
can't
you might be
remember-
there.
I can't
You
remember
might be
any
there.
of the songs. I just know it's like, who do I know? My parents listened to for a while.
Uh-huh.
So that must have been the 80s at least.
Tom Petty was of the 80s.
remember
but I
any
think
of his music.
if I tell you a song, you're gonna be like, yeah, that song, but it came out in the 90s.
Oh my god. Guys, see how mean he is
Was
to me?
it? Are you thinking of like Last Dance with Mary Jane?
I don't know that one.
Last Dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain.
I have heard that.
That was 90s. Oh, maybe you're thinking of an 80s song. I don't know. If you can't name
I
a
don't
song, it doesn't
know.
count. That won't count as a negative one, though. You still get 2 more guesses.
Jesus. I keep on thinking like anything that I would have listened to or heard my parents listen to as a kid was probably like early 90s.
And
or
how
something.
and like what's your dad's favorite musical act
I don't know
of all time?
Well, because I remember
Has he ever
like,
gone to a concert?
I know, not that I'm aware of. Maybe I know that he likes.
Your dad's
like-
never gone to a concert?
I mean, I don't know. We've never talked about music. I mean, I know he's had White Zombie, but I don't know any. I can't remember any White Zombie songs or when that would have come out.
Zombie's not the 80s either.
I know.
White Zombie!
I don't know. Your cruelty.
Stop looking at the
first-
chat room.
First is the farts. Now it's the grilling over my pop culture knowledge, which
By
is
the
just
way,
cruel.
Rob Zombie of White Zombie, a vegan.
Yeah, I know.
He was on the cover of Vegan Monthly.
Oh,
That's at Whole Foods.
I did not know that. That's really funny that it was
That
Rob
concludes-
Zombie and Whole Foods.
That
man.
concludes our segment. Can you tell we're from the Bay Area? All right, so here we go. You've guessed the following. When I've asked you to name an 80s song, you have said
What about
the Star Wars song. You've
what
said
about-
Hammer Time. You've said Take On Me. Correct. And you've said White Zombie. We're not even going to count Tom Petty.
Okay. I'm trying to remember the name of the songs or who they're actually by.
Just hum it. I'll accept you humming
so
it.
I feel like this might be early 90s. That I wanna come over. Dur, dur, bur, dur, dur, dur. Stop laughing at me. You're so mean. I don't know.
I don't even know what song that is. I wanna come
Oh,
over.
Come to my window.
Melissa
Burr, burr.
Etheridge's "Come to My Window."
Is that who it is? I don't
Yes.
know.
No, that's a song. That's a song. Come to my
Yeah.
window.
But not 80s.
No, it's the 90s. People are screaming. People are screaming in the chat room. Massive, 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 like names. Names that you would know that dominated the 80s. Like megastars. People who would still be able to tour today.
I don't know, though.
People are just yelling. Just huge fans. Massive celebrities. This is going to be the rest of the episode.
No.
Until you get one more. You need to get one
Really?
more.
Oh, this is torture.
We need to get one more 80s song. 80s song. The category is 80s song. Our contestant, Ashley Paramore, to remind you, her guesses so far has been the Star Wars song.
Was Rocky Horror Picture Show in the 80s?
Is that 70s or 80s?
Because I know all the songs from that.
let's see. Rocky Horror Picture Show came out in 1975.
Fuck. You guys can't see because I'm hiding from his farts, but I am beat red right now.
No,
and
she
like
is like
crying
melting.
from
She
laughter.
is melting into a pile of shame, of 80s shame.
It really is shame.
There
You're cruel.
are memes based on popular 80s songs.
I guarantee, like, as soon as you start calling them out, I'm gonna know them.
Of course
That's
you
gonna
are.
be the
There is
thing.
no way that somebody is born that doesn't know the names that are the biggest hits of the 80s. Like, but I'm even talking about like things that you know very, very well because of internet stuff that came out in the 80s. Like, there are huge elements of our internet culture that are
Listening for
based in
hints.
80s culture.
Okay.
That's
I
the
know.
only
I was
hint I'm
hoping there would
giving
be
you.
hints. I
That's
can't.
the only hint I'm
I
giving
wish
you.
I could read the chat from here, but
You
my eyes are
can't.
so
No.
watery.
I'm
that
going to
I
keep
can't.
farting, by the way, so you can't
Oh,
get near the chat.
no.
So you can't get near the chat until you give me one song
I don't know that I
came
can.
out in the 80s.
This is torture. I don't know.
Now,
that
by
I
the way,
can.
just so people understand, like, I don't know, is your age public? Like, just so people...
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, you're not 21.
No.
Like, it's not like you have no relationship with the 80s. You were born in the 80s. You are 30 years old now. There is no reason why the only 80s song that you've been able to name is Take On Me. And not
I'm trying to think of the lady.
White Zombie, MC Hammer's Hammer Time, the Star Wars song,
I'm just guessing at this point, man.
and the
I
Rocky
am
Horror
just-
Picture Show.
Oh man. The thing is, like, I'm sure that, and this is where I've got.
All people are doing is just yelling 80s fans.
Here's the thing,
Just
like, no.
nothing but 80s fans in
I-
the chat right now.
I know one that I could name, but I don't remember any of the songs because I've blacked out at this point.
You blacked out?
Like, no, I can't think of like a single song.
Okay.
So,
Well, now,
like,
all right,
like,
listen.
like Metallica. Like, I can't think of. That's 80s, right? Don't tell me that's fucking 70s.
No, no. Metallica certainly had their biggest hits
just-
in the 90s.
Fuck.
Let's see. Well, years active, 81 to present. When was their
I
biggest...
just don't remember a single song that they wrote right
Oh,
now
you want to
because
know
I
what?
blacked out.
Hey, you want to know what? You got it. 80s Metallica. Yeah, Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning, 1983 to 1985. Master of Puppets, 86 to 87. And Justice for All, 88 to 93. And then, of course, yeah, everything went off the rails with Load, Reload, and Garaging. But the Black Album was 91. The Black Album was easily the biggest album, and that was at 91. So listen, you got it. All you got to do is name a Metallica song.
I can't right now. And I know you just read a bunch off, and I can't
No,
remember.
no, those were albums.
Yeah, I can't remember. That's why I said I wasn't going to mention them because I can't remember a single song. I've like blacked out.
I know if I play a Metallica song, that it'll be a problem for the upload and for SoundCloud. So I almost don't want to do it. But I really just want to play like the opening few like chords of a Metallica song and just have you name the song.
I don't know that I could. I really don't. I'm really bad at names of songs.
I know you're not going to be right. I just want to know what you think the song would be named. All right, here, hold on. I'm just going to read Metallica lyrics. And then you just come up. It's as if I'm just reading you these lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Right? Don't look away from the computer because I'm going to.
I can't read from here.
Okay. Okay. So here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to
ready.
read lyrics from this song. And then you just give me a name as if we were a band and you just.
So I
I'm just
have to
like-
name the song?
You just have to
I get to
name
name
the
it?
song.
I'm going to name the next hit single.
Okay.
By
So here we go.
Metallica. Okay.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son to include everyone. Tuck you in, warm within.
I
Keep
know
you
this
free
song.
from sin. till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. Take my hand, we're off to Never Never Land.
Is it just called Sandman? No?
It is. It's called Enter Sandman. So you
Okay.
do know this song.
I've heard this one, yeah.
All right. Well, then we have to do another Metallica song.
Damn it, no! Why are you doing this to me?
Because
Sorry for this episode of JuRY, guys.
this is the best episode ever. If you think that this is the best episode ever, please @reply @healthyaddict with your
God,
favorite
no.
80s artist. Just link 80s videos to Ashley all
Jesus.
week long if you appreciate it. All right, here we go. So you just got to give me the name. Again, you're not trying to be right. You're just trying to give me a good name.
Okay.
Okay? So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All our words I just don't say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek, and I find in you.
I'm just going to assume it's nothing else matters.
No, apparently you're just really great at naming Metallica songs.
Well, also, they say the same thing over and over again. So
Oh, my God. All right, then I'm just going to go
was
ahead.
Total Eclipse of the Heart 80s?
Yes.
Hey, I got another one.
Now you're warming up. Let's see. Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler. Was it 80s?
I just remember, I know it because you guys have made fun of the music video a million times.
Yeah, 83. Once upon a time, I was falling in love, and now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can say.
Okay.
A total eclipse of the
And that's a bit.
heart. Do you want it? Do you want me to sing the rest of it to you?
No,
Why
please
not?
don't. Don't.
Once upon a time.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we could. Do you want me to?
No.
You're back here.
Yeah, I'm back here. Please don't fart.
Every now and then I get a little
Hey, guys,
bit lonely
I'm
and
back.
you're never coming round. Then you go turn around. You go turn around. So you have to say that part. Can you?
Yeah, I'm going to just close this window. Oh, no. Oh, man, that accidentally closed out. I'm so sorry. Best divorce cast ever.
You don't want
That's
to
right.
do. You don't want to go turn around.
Nope.
Every now and then I
I would-
get a little bit lonely.
I
And
would
then
say.
I see the look in your eye.
Stop it. Stop it.
Turn around.
I only want you to turn around when you're brewing up a fart.
So what's your favorite 90s song?
Eat
So, all right.
shit.
I almost don't. All right. Do you know these names?
I feel like I need to go off camera again.
Bon Jovi.
Yes.
Do you know Michael Jackson?
Not personally.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, don't get cocky now. Come on. You couldn't name a single 80s song like 5 seconds ago. You thought that White Zombie was an 80s band.
I don't fucking know.
What's your favorite White Zombie song?
I don't know. I didn't really listen to it. I'm
What-
just was thinking of what CDs my father had.
Yeah. Could you text your dad and ask if he's ever been to a concert? And then ask what song he was banging your mom to when All right.
No.
I almost had it. I
Nope.
almost had it. I almost
Nope.
had it. I almost snuck it in. All
Nope.
right. Someone says Dragula. No, it's not Dragula. Dragula was Rob Zombie's solo work. Okay.
So the Americans.
The Americans. The Americans. What is your favorite
God.
part about is this the longest binge watch that we've done?
I'm
'Cause
trying
we
to think if there's
didn't
another
watch-
series.
You know, the problem is, I think it is because before it was hard to binge watch stuff because I was on the road so much. And there was also, safe to say, you did not. Am I the first person that you've dated that's like put a priority on watching television and movies?
Yeah.
So there's not
That's the
really,
one
you haven't
thing
really
that's not
been in
great
any
about
kind of
our
situation
relationship.
where somebody's been like, oh no, you got to watch your show because I love it so much.
Yeah, you're literally the first person.
Literally the first person.
Yeah.
And up until I left the Go game last year, there wasn't it was hard to binge watch stuff. And there was a lot of binge watching stuff also that you were doing to catch up with shows that I'd already seen.
Yeah. Like Game of Thrones.
Like Game of Thrones. Which I feel like I forgot who I was talking to. But we had just oh my God. I think Fitzjim in the chat room just asked his mom who they were banging to when he was made, and they said Rod Stewart.
Well, you know.
Do you know any Rod Stewart songs?
Nope.
Who else is gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who
No.
else is gonna bring you
No, and don't touch me
a
like that. That's
bottle
gross.
of rain? Here you go. All right. No, don't turn down my mic.
Oh, but hey, you know, there's one way to solve this problem. when you know you can't.
What
be
about
heard.
Wham?
No.
Do you know Wham?
Nope.
I do with a jitterbug.
Yes, I know that song.
Yeah.
I did it in show choir.
You did. You were singing 80s songs.
Yeah. Probably
What?
sang a lot of 80s songs.
What happened to you that you blocked it all out? What trauma?
It
What
wasn't
trauma?
trauma.
Did somebody beat you with a single?
No. No, I've never really.
Did somebody rub your face in a Walkman?
No. No.
Did
I had a
somebody-
Walkman.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was your favorite tape?
I don't remember.
I remember my favorite. Or the first tapes that I really loved.
I remember filling the little holes in the tapes up with wax and recording things off the radio.
Ah, yeah.
Like, so overwriting my parents' old tapes.
I remember it was like a thing in Florida when friends of mine would go visit family in New York. They would record New York radio because we thought it was like so much cooler than Florida radio.
Uh-huh.
Because like MTV and stuff like that. So like you knew what.
In New York accents.
Well, no, because like New York radio was all just like the best radio like talent in the country would all just be in New York or LA. And it was like a lot of people that also did TV and stuff like that. What was I going to say? I forget.
Probably for the better.
No, it was something about 80s songs and singles.
No, the bottom line is like.
Oh, no. The first tapes that I
never-
loved. The first
Oh.
tapes that I loved. Disney soundtracks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Big on, I think the first three that I had in order were The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and The Lion King. And I memorized.
But Aladdin was your favorite because he looks like you.
I mean.
Harry.
All right.
What?
I mean, Harry being the first, the first descriptor.
He's the hairy one.
He's not Harry.
He's the hairy Disney princess.
Aladdin?
Yeah, 'cause
Aladdin
he's
doesn't
got
even
your
have-
hair.
He has hair on his
Yeah.
head. You would not describe him as hairy. He doesn't have a beard.
All right. Fine, you're right. You win.
All I
You
want to
win
do
this
is
one.
say whenever I want to say beard, I was joking on Night Attack that I feel like I've been having the same conversation with a Brushwood 3-year-old since I've met Brian. They just keep they keep recasting whatever the 3-year-old is. So it started with Penny and then it was Josie and now it's Callie. Mm-hmm. And so I just keep having these same conversations where like I was talking to Callie and Callie's like, "Why do you have a beard?" And I'm like, "We had this conversation like literally a year ago." Like it's like, "Oh no, it wasn't a year ago."
Yeah.
Like that was your sister.
Yep.
Sorry for taking that out on you.
All
but
these
now,
little blonde girls look the same.
But now all I want to do is whenever somebody says beard, I want to correct them and they go, "No, it's B-wad." It's B-wad.
You're a B-wad.
Don't be a B-wad. Did you have the Disney soundtracks? Were you
Nope.
down on the Disney soundtracks?
Nope.
You didn't know all the
I
songs?
watched some of the Disney movies, but I didn't really know. Well, I guess I knew the songs because show choir.
Yeah.
Because we did.
All right, so I'm going to start singing Disney songs, and you tell me what movie they're from, okay?
Okay, I can probably do this.
Okay.
I can do this up until. I think.
Well, let's see.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Tale as old as time.
Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
All right. Next.
I wasn't prepared for this. I just wanted to sing that one lyric. The circle of life.
The Lion
and it
King.
moves
Lion King.
us
Lion King.
all.
Next. Lion King.
Hey, I'm stealing from people, and I'm in the desert.
That's not a song. That's not a song.
Hope that there's an adventure
That's
out
no.
there for
You're-
me.
That you just fucked that up.
If you describe me as hairy, you're racist, and it
What?
shows that you have a prejudice against
I'm gonna turn
Arabs.
down your mic.
Aladdin.
That
is
wasn't
that,
the
that's a
song.
song from Aladdin.
No, it's not a song from Aladdin.
It is a song from Aladdin.
No,
All right, here we go. Here's another one.
you're a liar.
Here's another song.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sing the song for the people.
Hey, I found a dead body. It was under the waves. Under the
see?
waves.
No,
it's
that's
where you
not a
hide
real-
bodies. That's where I'm going to find some dead people. Humans are monsters and they throw their refuse in our home. They are creatures. We are the features under the waves.
That was not a real
Little
song.
Mermaid. Little
No,
Mermaid.
no.
Little Mermaid. That was the name of that movie.
Oh, okay.
How about this one? I'm deformed and I'm in France.
Okay.
I'm the biggest
That's really-
owner of pants.
Okay.
And there's a gypsy looking lady who's gonna be my friend. Which song is that?
You know.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
Hunchback
Well, that one.
of Notre
wow,
Dame.
that one I did not know.
Yeah. Do you want to do
You're-
another one?
No, no. Pulling the plug on this.
Okay.
Bit end.
Yeah. Okay.
Take your liar voice off.
My story. All right, one more.
Okay.
Yeah. These are based off racist caricatures of the industrialization of Africa. All
right.
There's a white guy running through the jungle.
Yeah.
Tarzan.
Yeah.
That was Phil Collins.
That one. Oh.
That was Phil Collins.
Okay, I didn't know that was
He
Phil
was from
Collins.
the 80s.
Oh, he
was
was.
in a band called Genesis.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
TIL.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
At least the chat's guessing it.
So there we go. Okay. So anyway, Disney movies. What was your favorite?
I was a big Lion King person.
Apparently they ripped all that off.
That's what you were looking at this morning, right?
I was looking at a viral video that made a very damning case that the entirety of the Lion King
Did
was
you
ripped off.
Fact check it.
No. In fact, all I've done is watch a well-edited yet highly editorialized video on Facebook and then repeated it on my own platform, therefore spreading that editorialized
okay.
voice while doing no fact-checking of my own.
No, that's great. I mean, journalism. Am I right?
So the deal is apparently it was like a 1960s anime, and the main character's name was Kimba.
Kimba.
Yeah, not Simba. And there's like almost like shots lifted from it. Like, and Kimba's dad dies because of his villainous brother. And then he sees him in a cloud. And apparently The Simpsons made fun of it like forever ago. Where I forget who it was, but somebody's like looking off into the clouds, and like Darth Vader pops up, and then like the lion from the Lion King pops up, Simba's dad pops up, and says like, "Kimba, I mean Simba," and apparently that was like The Simpsons taking like big shots at Disney.
Yeah.
Right?
I did not know that. TIL. Where'd it go? Somebody made a really clever joke. Yeah, so is JuRY saying that Disney has been lying?
Why you always lying? Why the F you lying? Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're not lying about, and that's The Contender at thecontender.us. Folks, go ahead and why don't you go ahead and check it out, huh? Can you go ahead and check it out right now? Hey, by the way, we just got a great a great review from board. Oh man, here we go. Let me try to find this really quick. Here we go. The contender of the game of presidential debate. Here's what you do: you get a bunch of talking points, and you argue with your friends as if you were on stage at a big presidential debate. By the way, we were reviewed just this week by Gaming Trend. Gaming Trend, thanks to the guys over there who did a video and an audio review reviewing the base deck and the politically incorrect expansion. They gave us a 90 out of 100, an excellent score from Gaming Trend. So listen, man, I ain't just blowing smoke. Head over there, thecontender.us. Also by Stickers or DIAF. Why don't you go over to my Twitter. I'm just going to retweet it right now. Here's what's going to happen. I got a couple of these packs that I put together for Dragon Con left, and I'm trying to move the whole lot of them. So you can just go over to my Twitter. We're just blowing it out on the Twitter for right now, and I will retweet the link that you need to get to get these sticker packs. They're good. They're $10, but you get double the stickers, and you get the. There we go. Here, I'm retweeting it right now. And you get the Dragon Con stickers that we made just for Dragon Con. So go ahead and check it out. It is at Stickers or DIAF, shipping around the world.
Hello.
Hello. Any other Americans' thoughts?
It's an awesome show. You should watch it.
All right. Well, here we don't have time to get into all the. I put together a bunch of. I asked people what they got neurotic about, neurotic triggers. So everybody can keep emailing those in. We'll go through those next week. But I was thinking about it because I still have a neurotic trigger with my phone.
What do you mean?
Like, I'll just get phone calls from people I don't know, or I'll be expecting phone calls, and, like, anytime my phone rings, it'll be, like, I'll get kind of thrown into a little bit of a tizzy. And I was curious to see what other people's kind of neurotic triggers are. Just like, one of those things that they're irrational. You know that maybe it came from a certain place, like, at a certain point in your life, but now, even long after that element is gone, it still sort of triggers anxiety in your life.
I don't know.
Like,
I feel like you would know better than I would know.
If I were to guess, your triggers are you get triggered by work meetings a lot.
Work meetings?
Like, you get very anxious about any kind of work meeting.
Not really. I mean, yes, but not really.
I mean, just from my perspective, if I were to guess what you were going to say, that's what I would guess you were going to say. Because
I wouldn't say that.
You have
I
a
mean,
tendency. You have a tendency of just same thing with me in the phone calls. Is like the phone call can mean any one different thing, right? But in my head, it can mean a million different terrible things all at once. I think that might be a trigger to this, is like where our imaginations run wild in filling out the possible possibilities of something that could happen based on one little piece of evidence, one little breadcrumb.
I feel like that's just the story of my anxiety in my life. Because if there's one thing that I feel like goes wrong, it's the spiral thing. It is the finding the 50 other things that could be the reason why the sun is going to explode tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
That is the thing with you is whenever you're in a bad...
I feel like my life is a trigger.
Well, yeah, but you're otherwise, I mean, it's like your problem isn't every day. Your problem is when you get into those spirals. Like, whenever you're in a mood, it really is my job to be the needle in the haystack to find out what was the thing that started it.
Yeah.
Because everything else will kind of fix itself as soon as you stop fixating on the one thing that started it. But of course, like, at the time that I talk to you, it's normally like you're a half hour in, so it's like, hey, what's going on? And you're like, everything's wrong. Everything's wrong. Yep. I'm close to death. and my beauty is fading.
Yep.
And I'm not the archer I once was.
I'm getting fat.
And I'm getting fat.
And-
I no longer can explain thermodynamics.
Yep.
And I can't do a full split anymore. And I
that's why
can't
you're-
remember any 80s songs.
And that's why you're gonna leave me.
And that's why, and our marriage is on the rocks.
Yep.
And I'm like, so do you have a work meeting coming up? Yes.
No, that's not how that goes.
Sometimes.
I mean, the assessment up until the work part is pretty spot on, though.
Yeah. And to be fair, I guess I'm not even saying that it's always a work thing. It's just like it is
Yeah.
always one thing. There is always
Yeah.
one thing that starts it.
That triggers all the other little things.
Yeah, exactly.
An explosion of things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's like one particular thing that I can point to that just makes my skin crawl like that.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it could be anything. I'm a ticking time bomb, basically. I'm warning you now.
I don't think so, though. I think that there is a thing and you have not put your finger on it yet. I mean,
Might be
I'm going to
you
get
know
a text from
it's
you sometime
probably
this week.
It's probably the farts.
Oh, my God. Don't make me start
Yeah.
singing Disney songs again.
All right, Kimba.
I remember all the Disney songs.
Kimba.
Do you remember this one from Snow White?
I don't. Oh my God.
What happened in this movie?
All right.
I
That's.
think it was the one with the witch, but not the witch who has the dragons. The other witch who's kind of looks like the Emperor from Return of the Jedi, but also is kind of weird. And also,
That
is
is
this the
not
one
a
with the
song.
dwarves? I forget. I'm Snow White. You know that one's called I'm Snow White.
Okay.
Sleeping Beauty, I always love more than Snow White. Have you seen both those?
Yes.
I always like Sleeping Beauty was way more metal than Snow White.
They're both kind of boring.
Yeah, but the witch looks better in Sleeping Beauty.
Yes.
And she has dragons.
Yeah.
Like,
Dragons are pretty cool.
dragons are rad.
Yeah. That's why we got 3.
We have 3 dragons.
We have 3 dragons. Doctor and Cooper and Milo.
All right, one final bird story
Okay.
because we can't end a Jury More podcast
No.
without telling a bird
No,
story.
birds are awesome, guys.
So, have you ever seen Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh my God! I swear to God, if it
Was
weren't
that an 80s show?
all right. Well, here's the song that they sang in Jurassic Park.
No.
Whoa! What's going on with these dinosaurs? All right.
That wasn't a song. That was a lie.
Jurassic Park, both the book and the movie, make a point to talk about the theory, which at that time was certainly out there in the scientific world, but had never been brought to more pop culture prominence, that dinosaurs evolved into birds. Right? Like that became a big thing. So Doctor, who flies around our living room
He's a dinosaur.
and is a dinosaur, lands on our little bookshelf, and he chews one book more than any other book.
Which one?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And so now our cover of Jurassic Park has authentic Dr. Bird bites,
Yep.
little dinosaur bites into the cover of Jurassic Park. I feel like we should like give that away. We should have that be a giveaway or something.
Yeah, one of these days. On the next episode of Jury More.
Maybe for the Christmas package that we're doing for stickers or DIAF, we'll do
Okay.
like somebody will win.
Some random person's
Some
just gonna
random
get the
person.
Doctor.
This will be a great way for us to just give away a bunch of stuff.
Ooh.
This will be a huge
This'll-
Christmas sale / you will get half the random tchotchkes in our house.
Yep.
Because we have a bunch of, like, it's not bad stuff. Like it's
Like,
just like we have no idea what to do with
A
it.
sock, one of his unpaired socks, possibly.
No, not my socks.
I mean, if it's not paired.
cool stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like a Nintendo
socks
cartridge
are
or something
cool.
like that.
Okay.
Like
All right.
I think it would be a pretty
Okay.
a pretty fun time. All right. Is there anything that you want to tell people about?
Well, for one, don't have stinky farts like Jury,
Okay,
or you'll
all
never
right.
get married.
You primarily do live streams on Twitch.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
When is your streaming schedule?
Oh, it's nuts because we're traveling, but usually it is. I do mostly cooking,
Yeah.
So I cook Thursdays at usually around 7 p.m. and then Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
And then I do gaming streams Monday nights around 7. But that's going to be all screwy because we're going to England.
Yeah.
England and Scotland. And I'll be streaming at random times. But I'm Fake Gamer Girl on Twitch. So come find me.
So go and watch that. Is there anything else? Anything else to talk about? I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
Well, we haven't watched the next episode of The Americans.
We
yet,
haven't
so
watched the next episode.
We don't have much more to
This
talk
was
about.
This was a great breakdown of The Americans for everybody.
It was amazing. I'm glad we were able to like really shed some light on such a
If
little
you like
known
this
series.
episode, I'm not even kidding. If you like this episode,
Good
just
God.
send Ashley 80s videos to @HealthyAddict on Twitter. Just @HealthyAddict on Twitter. Nothing but 80s videos.
You know,
Watch out. Ashley's getting 80s videos in her Twitter.
is that an 80s song?
It is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you find yourself not remembering Madonna, Bon Jovi, or Michael Jackson, if you find yourself watching The Americans, if you find yourself remembering that one great, amazing song from Aladdin, then this is your old pal, Justin Robert Young. This is my wife, Ashley Paramore. And we are hoping that you
Dressed up. Do you like how your hair gets cut? Do you like when your friends fuck up?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.